Dear readers and listeners, welcome to our message, which is, as we have previously stated, your message because the consciousness of the readers and listeners draws forth the message. The divine plan continues to unfold regardless of efforts by some to keep the status quo. Do not mourn the loss of people, places, or the things that fulfilled you in the past, or attempt to restore them to what they once were. Because consciousness is the creative substance of form, and because every person is an expression of divine consciousness, outer forms must automatically dissolve or change as consciousness changes. Everything a person is energetically in alignment with flows harmoniously. But spiritual evolution changes and refines a person's energy, which in turn puts them out of alignment with much that they were previously in alignment with. This is certain people, places, causes, beliefs, foods, likes, dislikes, etc. Evolution is also causing many to no longer align with the metaphysical and spiritual practices they have believed to be important and necessary, but are now beginning to feel old. You must be willing to release anything that no longer resonates with you, regardless of how important it may have once been, in order to move to new levels. The world is manifesting a great deal of chaos as ancient and long-ignored pockets of dense energy surface for individuals as well as the earth in order to be acknowledged and eliminated. In previous times of war, the majority would stand firmly and without question behind whatever their country told them. My country, right or wrong, my country. This is no longer true. Technology is allowing the world to witness the pain and suffering of others across the globe. This has resulted in increasingly more receptivity to activities and ideas of service and compassion that in reality are expressions of spiritual oneness, but to most seem to be simply the desire to help or serve in some way. Compassion, donating what is needed, reaching out, and activities of service are in reality spiritual oneness interpreted on the third-dimensional level. Most do not yet understand that the compassion and care that they are beginning to feel for people and animals is flowing from within them, and not from advertisement and messages from outside sources. Awakening to compassion represents the first steps toward conscious awareness that all life is God life, expressions of the one divine consciousness, God individualized as infinite form and variety. It is important that you allow your intuition to guide you when serving individuals or groups in some way. Learn to discern the difference between wants and needs. There are some living fully from a three-dimensional state of consciousness that take advantage in the belief that somehow they are entitled to have whatever they want, and as much of it as they can get. Always remember that in reality, these individuals are divine beings, but do not let yourself be manipulated by three-dimensional games. This is empowerment. Third-dimensional consciousness believes that love is an emotion, a feeling of attraction to someone, something, some activity, or some place, and it often is. This is a very limited interpretation of love, which in reality is the energy that flows between and connects all individualizations of the one. Love is the glue that holds everything in perfect order and harmony. Roses coming from rose bushes, apples from apple trees, the sun rising and setting each day, and the tides moving. Love is God in action. Many individuals continue to be stymied, blocked, rejected, or even punished if they seek to understand or experience love from outside of the box, to live differently from their society's accepted beliefs, to partner with an unapproved person, or worship differently from family traditions. When a majority believes something, it becomes solidified as collective consciousness and universally accepted. However, as concepts based in error fall away, so too will today's many limited concepts about love. Recognize the small evidences of the ascension process. Many self-help books are beginning to promote the idea that real change and solutions lie within the person themselves. Teachers on all levels are beginning to incorporate the importance of quiet time for better clarity. People are recognizing and standing up to the stupidity of war and many young but evolved souls are reaching out to and teaching those entrenched in the past about new ways of seeing the world. People will continue to fall in love, but it will be on a new and higher level, even as the world continues to promote the idea that every person is half of a couple and can't be happy until they find their other half. Increasingly more are waking up to the fact that this concept of relationship is obsolete and are choosing instead a higher sense of relationship, one in which two people already aware that they are whole and complete choose to stand together, looking in the same direction. Relationships will be a matter of choice, not need. Changes will unfold in this coming year because much that is familiar is on the verge of breaking down. Those who through ignorance or a desire for power attempt to hold old energy in place will be disappointed because at some point their efforts will simply no longer work as they once did because people are waking up. One with God is a majority, and like it or not, every soul is destined to wake up to reality. Don't ever believe that you are stupid or unevolved simply because you do not accept or fully understand some of the changes that may come. Learn to be an observer, trusting your intuition, because some changes, those made from a three-dimensional level, do not represent a higher level and will not remain. This is how evolution works. Stepping, falling, getting up, and stepping until at a certain point the soul no longer needs to learn this way. Current beliefs about the best healthcare, government, business, education, and law will at some point change for the better and wiser as collective consciousness spiritually evolves. You will witness chaos, resistance, and conflict in some old and long-established institutions that have thrived and been held in high esteem simply for being who and what they represent, much of which is now becoming obsolete. Ego is the sense of a personal selfhood separate from God and other life forms. Individuality is not ego. Everyone is entitled to their preferences as an individual with free will because everyone is an individualized expression of God. This does not mean you shouldn't feel pride in your accomplishments, but rather that you always remember where accomplishments flow from. You are on earth to be the light, not to do, but to be. Trust your intuition with regard to every aspect of your lives. Any messages, channels, or teachings being promoted as new and higher must reflect oneness, or they simply remain three-dimensional in spite of any new packaging. Always remember that you are not a material body with consciousness, but are and always have been consciousness, utilizing material body while in the denser energies of Earth. Your real home is on the other side, and your real body is made of light. You came to Earth for a short time to assist others and personally evolve. You are God individualized. This is the whole message, the whole journey, the whole truth. We are the Arcturian group. Message for January 14, 2024, channeled by Marilyn Raffaelli at onenessofall.com.
Thank you for watching Universal Lighthouse Galactic Messages and Spiritual Teachings. Please use your own personal discernment on all content posted. If you enjoyed the different authors that are shared, please subscribe to their content as well. You can visit our blog page at universallighthouse.com and subscribe to receive daily posts via your email. And while you are there, tune in to Universal Lighthouse Radio, broadcasting 24/7 for your vibrational needs. Again, that's universallighthouse.com.